friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and today we are going to dry can meat. Now, my friend Cat's Cradle did an article on how to dry can ground meat, and the reason I've never canned ground meat is because I didn't like the idea of having to use broth. But the method that she outlined is we can can it dry after it's been cooked. So let's get started. First off, I have two big skillets here, and I'm going to put them on medium heat. And better safe than sorry, I'm going to add just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to turn them on high at first just to get them hot. Just going to add a little drizzle of sunflower oil. And here we have our, this is ground goat and ground pork. It's been seasoned with sausage seasoning that I made up earlier. There's our seasoning for our sausage, folks. All right, so once these pans are hot, we're going to get this in the pan and we're going to slowly cook the ground meat until it is done. All right, the red meat you see, that's the ground goat. And ground goat, if I haven't said it before, and I'll say it again, goat meat is higher in protein and iron than beef, and it's lower in cholesterol than chicken. It is starting to become a more popular meat in North America, but until not too long ago, it was a rarity to find people eating goat meat. I'm going to have to get another frying pan. Let's do that there. Some oil in that. But for people like us who have only a half acre, goat meat is really very versatile. Goats are a very versatile livestock for the simple reason we have only a half acre, and if we raise goats, we can have them for milk, and we can have them for meat, and they're healthy, and yeah, it's just all around a good thing. This is a lot of meat. Alrighty, when we've cooked this down some, and it won't cook down much because there is not, I suppose I could have put this all in a roasting pan, eh? But then it would have clumped up in the roasting pan in the oven, and I want to keep it, you know, I want to keep it ground and broken up. So when this is all cooked, we'll be back. Alrighty, our meat is pretty much cooked. Well, it is cooked, I should say. And now I'm going to drain it. Because remember, this is dry canning, okay? So I'm just going to, I have a sieve inside of my big bowl here. And I am just going to start dumping. This one's going to need an oven mitt. These into the sieve. Now I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I have 17 jars ready. I don't know if 17 jars is going to be enough, but we'll see. Some of these lids are metal and some of these are my Tatler lids because I'm getting low on all my lids. So I'm going to have to do some shopping soon. We're going to put some vinegar in both the canning water and the jar water, just so that lids and jars don't cloud up from the calcium in the water. All right, let's get on with the canning. Alrighty, let's start packing our ground meat into jars. Now remember, folks, these jars have been washed in hot water with baking soda and have been rinsed. They do not need to be sterilized as long as they are clean and rinsed because we are pressure canning. This meat has been seasoned with sausage spices, and I have drained this so that we don't have any liquid in here, because this is dry canning ground meat. And you cannot do this with raw pack. If it's ground meat, it has to be cooked. It has to be cooked and broth added, or cooked and dry, but it has to be cooked. Now, always wipe the rim of your jar. We're going to pack this to 1 inch from the top. I need my fork because this is a Tatler lid that's going on here. There we go. And into the canner that goes. Now, I did go ahead and freeze some seasoned ground meat raw, because if you want to make meatballs or hamburgers for the barbecue or anything like that, you want fresh meat, or you want, raw meat. So, but this is going to be amazing for things like stir fry and a quick casserole, pizza, fast spaghetti, anything you can use cooked ground meat for, this is going to be amazing. Now remember, folks, you can do this with hamburger and you can do this with pork, but remember, this is ground goat, and I think I have too much in there. You want it 1 inch from the top. This is seasoned ground goat and pork. And it's going to be so yummy. Alrighty, we will be back when I have the canner full. Alrighty, we have 11 jars in the canner. I cleaned 17 jars because you just never know. And just because the meat is cooked, folks, does not mean you shouldn't process it as long as normal for any meat products. Any meat products, whether they're cooked or not, get processed for 75 minutes in pints and 90 minutes for quarts. Now, as soon as we have a steady stream of steam coming out of here, we're going to time it for 10 minutes. And then once it's been on, the steam has vented for 10 minutes, we will put on a 10-pound pressure weight. And once it starts to jiggle, then we will start our timing, and we will process then this canning pot for 75 minutes. Okay, we'll be back when we put the weight on it. Alrighty, we've just put the weight on our canner, and as soon as it comes up to a jiggle, then we'll start timing it, and we will time this for 75 minutes. And here we are, folks, 11 pints of ground meat. Now you can see some of these have not popped down yet, but with these Tatler lids you can actually see when they pop down. Now, despite the vinegar in the water, some of my jars came out cloudy. If you forget to put the vinegar in the water of your canner, just wipe it down with a clean rag with some vinegar and it'll come out just like that. Isn't that lovely? This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying thank you very much, Cat's Cradle. I dry canned ground meat. It was wonderful.